Okay, hello guys. Welcome to the character build live stream. Sorry it took a little longer to get started than I thought, but I was hunting down my player's handbook because for some reason I couldn't find it. But I found it. So, let's get started. So, what we're going to be doing today is creating a character, a first level character from beginning to end, putting in all the saving throws, teaching you how to calculate everything and all of that. So to start off with, we need to choose a race and a class. So to start off with, I'm using the form fillable PDF character sheets from Wizards of the Coast, and then we'll just get started. So I'm going to use the player's handbook to choose a race, just because I want to keep it simple. And I think, let's see, what race do we want to do? What looks good? Let's do I don't know. If you guys have any ideas of what race we should do, let me know. I think I'm leaning towards halfling or gnome. So let's do halfling actually. So let me just set this off to the side. Okay. So our race is halfling. And our traits are, our dexterity score increases by 2. The age doesn't really matter. Alignment doesn't really matter. Our speed is 25. We'll fill that in. I like to put all the abilities of the race down before I do my rolling for the ability scores. Just because that's how I've been doing it, and I like doing that. So we have as our first feature, we have lucky, brave, and I'm going to write in parentheses advantage against, oh no, advantage on saving throws. We'll capitalize that, I guess. Against frightened. It's hard to type with the book in front of me. Frightened. And close the parentheses. Halfling nimbleness. And I'm just going to put move through creature space larger than us. Yeah. Probably apostrophe S. There we go. And our languages, we will put that in now. let's see, we can speak, read, and write common and halfling. Common, halfling. And that's it. So now we choose a sub-race. So we can either go Lightfoot or Stout. Lightfoot gives us like hiding ability, and the Stout gives us resistances. So I think for now I'm gonna, or not for now, I'm gonna choose Stout because I like the Stout resilience. So we'll do that, and then once we roll our scores, our Constitution score will increase by 1. So I guess I'll put up here Stout, because that is our sub-race. Nope, not Retout. Stout, there we go. And then in features we go Stout Resilience. And we'll just say resistance against poison, damage, and advantage on saving throws against poison. Okay. Now, let's see. So we've got our sub race. We've got our race now. Now we choose a class. Oh, you know what? Let's hold off on the class for a second and let's roll our ability scores. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to have a live way of showing what I roll, but I have 4d6. How I do it is I roll 4d6 and drop the lowest. It's the most common way I've seen it done. But there are, of course, other ways of doing it, like the point-by system and the standard array. Both are other options. They're not necessarily good, but they're both other options. So let's see what our first roll is. So drop the lowest. So we got 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Where is my pen? There it is. So first is 12. Second roll, drop the lowest, 10 and 6, so 16. Sorry, almost had a hiccup there. Not looking too bad to start off with. Third roll is a 3, a 3, and a 6. 12. Yeah. We're still not getting negatives. That's good. Now, fourth roll. Drop the lowest. 2, 2, and 5. 9. There we go. That's a low one. What I like doing for all of my characters, what I've done for a while, is I've been giving my, especially when I've been the one DMing and stuff, I give the option to roll 2 sets of ability scores, and then you choose which one you want. Kind of maybe a little powerful, but I don't care. Uh-oh. How do I get rid of that? Didn't mean to click that. There we go. Okay. Now the fifth roll. The lowest now is a 3, 6, 9, and a 4, 13. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more set, or one more roll. I mean, for our first set. Oop, one landed on the ground. That counts as a reroll for me. Roll. And hey, it was the lowest, so it didn't really matter anyway. Okay, so 10 and 6 again, so 16. This is actually not too terribly bad. We'll just go with it, just for the ease of not having to roll another set. But normally I do roll 2 sets of ability scores. But it all depends on how everyone feels about it, really. So I'm going to write it up here, what we have. We have a 12, a 16, a 12, a 9, a 13, and a 16. So we have all of these to choose from. And now we'll choose our class. And that will determine where our ability scores are going to go. So, what class shall we choose? If anyone has any ideas, say so in the chat. I'm thinking Druid, maybe? Because I haven't built a Druid yet. But I'm still not so sure. Let's see. Oh, you know what? What if we built a ranger? Let's do that. I haven't built one of those either. Let's do ranger. Okay. So rangers get a D10 as their hit dice. So to start off, since we're level 1, which I should probably mention that our class is Ranger and we're level 1. Ranger and parentheses 1. Okay. Our hit dice is a D10. Hit points at first level are 10 plus the con modifier. Do we want to plug in the numbers now? We'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, proficiencies. We are proficient in light armor, medium armor, and shields. Those are down here. Armor, light, medium, and shields, which is always cool. And we are also proficient with simple weapons and martial weapons. No tools. So we'll go weapons. What was it? Simple and martial. Right? Yeah. Nope, not limpo. Simple and martial. Keep everything uniform here. Martial. There we go. Saving throws are in strength and dexterity, so we'll put a tick there and there. And now we choose 3 skills to be proficient in. Out of animal handling, athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception, stealth, and survival. We're a ranger, we're a halfling. Let's say we care about animals, so let's go animal handling. And survival, because it makes sense why we would have resistance to poison. We're out in the wilderness getting who knows what, stung by, you know, many different plants or whatever, and we've developed some resistance to it. So both of our proficiencies are in wisdom, which is fun. Now we have equipment. Well, scale mail or leather armor? Leather armor, I think, because we're a ranger. We don't really want to wear heavy armor. So, leather armor. I can spell, I promise. We have 2 short swords or 2 simple melee weapons. Let's just go with 2 short swords. 2 short swords. Alright, there's those. And now I choose either a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack. Well, to make sense with our proficiencies, let's go with the Explorer's pack because we are a wilderness like explorer, a hunter of sorts. That's why we are a ranger. So Explorer's pack. Okay. And a longbow and a quiver of 20 arrows. Longbow. Well, let's put that up here. Longbow. And 20... Nope, not the @ symbol. 20 arrows. Never use. Oh my gosh. Keep hitting the wrong things. There we go. Okay, so now we're in our abilities and stuff. Before we go that far, I'm going to put in our ability scores now. So I think a 16 is going into dexterity because we need that to fire bows. So let's get that one out of the way. We'll put the 13 in wisdom because we need... No, let's not put 13 there. Let's put the 16 there because we want our proficiencies to be as high as possible. Constitution, we'll put our 13 there and 12 in strength. Which one should be the 9, guys? The intelligence or charisma? Let me know. Which one should we have a -2? I'm thinking intelligence. Sorry about that. I think our intelligence could be the 9 because we're a halfling. Halflings are charismatic, I feel. So we're going to do that. 9 in intelligence, 12 in charisma. So the 12 is gone, the 16's gone, 12, 9, 13. Okay. All of our ability scores are now in place. Now we will add our +1 to Constitution because we are stout halfling. So this is now a 14 rather than a 13. And alright. Let's choose no, we'll hold off on that. Write the name in. Let's see, what should we do next? I think we'll just start going through with the abilities. So, at first level, we have significant experience studying, tracking, and hunting, and even talking to a certain type of enemy. We choose a favorite enemy. Out of, aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, monstrosities, oozes, plants, or undead. Let's say, what are we going to come up against in the wilderness more often than not? Let's say plants is our favorite enemy. That or elementals. I think I'm going to say plants, just because we come up against that more than anything else. So we'll type favorite enemy. Enemy is plants. Okay. And we also have Natural Explorer, which is you are particularly familiar with one type of... Oh, I forgot to read the rest of this favorite enemy. The favorite enemy just means enemy. It means that we have advantage on wisdom and survival checks to track the favorite enemy, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about them. When you get this feature, learn one language of your choice that is spoken by your favorite enemies, if they speak one at all. Plants, I do not believe, speak a language other than Primordial, maybe. I'll have to look that up in a minute, but if that's the case, then we get to learn Primordial. But I'm not sure if all plants speak Primordial. Let's just move on with this other ability here. You're particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions. Choose one type of favorite terrain. Arctic, the coast, the desert, the forest, the grasslands, mountains, or swamp. Obviously forest. If we're in the wilderness walking around, we're going to choose forest. So favored terrain, write that down, is forest. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. When we make an intelligence check or wisdom check related to the favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled. And if you are using a skill that you are proficient in while traveling, it's doubled if you are using a skill that you're proficient in. Okay. While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, you gain the following benefits. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. Alright, we don't have to worry about that. Right now, we can just look that up when we're in our favorite terrain to see exactly what we get. Which is why, also, it's a very good idea when you're playing D&D to have the books on hand, especially the Player's Handbook. It is a lifesaver. You can look things up that you don't know instantly. Yeah, so let's put in our hit points. Right now, starting is 10 plus our con modifier. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I need to go put those in. Silly me. So, we know that 9 is a -1. So, -1. 12 is a +1. Alright. The 16 is a +3. And 14s are +2. Okay. So. Oh, yeah, that's right. +2 to Dex for Halfling. Forgot about that part. So it's actually a +4 to our Dexterity modifier because of that. Okay. Now, Let me get back to the Ranger class. Page 89. Okay. Um, 10 plus our Constitution modifier for our hit points. So we start at 12 hit points. Why is this not working? There we go. Our max hit points right now is 12. Okay. Now, let's add our damage to our weapon so that we know exactly what our attack bonus is and everything. Let me put that in. So the damage type is 1d10. And it is piercing. So in parentheses I'm going to put a P. So that I know it's piercing damage rather than any other damage. Alright, and our attack bonus is plus 6, I think. Yeah. Alright, now yeah, so it's plus 6 for our attack bonus. I was just checking to make sure all that was right. Okay. Now armor class. So without armor, our AC is 10 plus our dex modifier, but since we have leather armor gives us, makes it 11 plus dex modifier. So 11 plus 4, so 15. Which is not very bad at all. It's reasonable, not the worst. Alright, time. I'm going to choose a background now. Better open to the backgrounds, that would help. Okay. I think I want to go, since we have animal handling as one of our proficiencies, I want to go what was I thinking? The thought just escaped my mind. Outlander, that's what it was. Then we don't have to worry about food. Really. Hopefully. Outlander. With Outlander we gain proficiencies in athletics and survival, which we already have a proficiency in survival, but athletics helps. And then we get one type of musical instrument. Just gonna put that in this section over here. What should our musical instrument be? Choose a musical instrument. The lute. Sure. So we're right over here we have tool proficiencies, which means we have one musical instrument. We'll just write the lute. No, let's go with dulcimer. That sounds more fun. Okay, languages. One of our choice. What language would be fun to know in the wilderness? I don't know. Really anyone could be good. Let's just say Dwarvish, so we can communicate with the dwarves that are around in the mountains. Yeah. Just for fun. Just for fun language. Always got to have one of those. Alright, and our equipment. We get a staff and a hunting trap. A staff. Right? Yeah. Hunting trap. Oh my gosh, I can spell. I can type. Okay. A trophy from an animal you've killed, so let's say antlers of an elk. Sure. And we get a set of traveler's clothes and a pouch containing 10 gold. Set of traveler's clothes. Traveler's clothes. Pouch. It has 10 gold. Okay. Well, let's choose an alignment just so we have one. I don't want this character to be evil because they like animals, and an evil character really won't, for instance, like animals, but could be kind of interesting. They're friendly towards animals, but not friendly towards other people. But I'm going to put him at lawful good because that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Lawful-good. Okay. Right, I guess we gotta write short sword in here. And our attack bonus is well, let's do the damage. Damage for a short sword. It's 1d6 piercing. 1d6. And again, we'll put it in parentheses that it's piercing. And I believe our attack bonus is 3, I think. It's 3. I might be wrong about that. But that's okay, we can fix that later. And now, I'm not going to worry about the personality traits right now. I'll fill that out later. Once he goes to be played, that's when I'll fill all of this out. But for now, let's fill in all of our blank stuff here. So for a strength saving throw, we're proficient. So +3. Athletics, we're again proficient. +3. Oh yeah, should probably write. There it is. Our proficiency bonus is +2 starting out. So we're proficient with dexterity, so +3. Or no, +6, sorry. Saving throw for Constitution's +2. -1. minus 1. Oh, minus 1, not 5. Minus 1. Let's just click it there. Gosh. Okay. So here we have plus 3. Animal handling will have plus 5 because we are proficient in it. That is not a minus 1. I don't know why that's there. Plus 3. Plus 3. And plus 3. Plus 5. And then plus 1. Plus 1. Plus 1. Plus 1. Plus 1. And the last one, plus 1. Our passive perception is 10 plus our base, our wisdom modifier. So that's 13. Not a very high passive perception, but that's okay, because we don't need it. Our initiative bonus is plus 4. And now I think we just need a name. Because I think, for now, we are done with our level 1 character. Let me just make sure I didn't forget anything. Let me go back to the race to make sure I didn't forget stuff. We put in the speed. Got that. Yeah, so now we just gotta figure out a name. And the book says for halfling names that if we're going for a male name, there's Alton, Ander, Cade, Corin, Eldon, Eric, you know, stuff like that. What I really like to do is go to, let me show you guys real quick. Let's see. I like to go to the fantasy name generator and randomize names, like choose one and then as the first name and choose one as the last name, if you get that. Where's halfling? I guess they don't have halfling on here. There we go. Okay, so it comes up with these. Let's see if we find one that we like. Tarzor sounds kind of cool. Telos sounds cool. Let's randomize until we find one we really like. Let's Vinzu sounds cool. Let's go with Vinzu. Where's the... There it is. Okay. It was Vinzu, right? Yeah, Vinzu. Vinzu. Keep randomizing until we find a last name. Davton sounds cool. Halkin. Let's go with Halkin. That sounds cool. Vinzu Halkin. That's his name. Halkin. There we go. Alright, so we have the beginning of a level 1 Halfling Ranger Stout sub-race. And his name is Vinzu Halkin. And that's pretty much it. Sorry for this short live stream, but I wanted to get something out on the channel. And I'm going to look at this again to make sure I have everything right. Which I'm pretty sure I've missed something. But yeah, I'll have to relook over this to make sure I got everything good. But you may see this in a future episode of Passive Perception or whatever other series we're doing. So, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more of our videos. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at TheRealJacked2G. It's on the screen right now. Follow us on Twitch at JackedUpGamingSLC. We're not streaming there very much, but follow us there if you want, because we will occasionally stream there. But yeah, thank you all for watching again, and we'll see you guys in the next one.